Well, it's been a couple of days full of juicy patches, and today we are going to be going through some of the new updates that has gone live for ARK Survivor Ascended, which features one of the big ones which a lot of PlayStation players have been waiting for a very long time. And I'm excited to bring you guys that news today because I know for PlayStation players this has been something you had been waiting for, and I hope you're enjoying it right now because I can imagine how stressful it must have been. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, drop a like, subscribe. If you want to come and play on our servers, link to our Discord is down below, and let's get in with the patch notes. So we are kicking off the patch notes with the Steam update. Now, remember, a lot of the stuff might come to Steam just a couple of days or so before. I checked to see if this was an Xbox update or PlayStation update, and it was just for Steam for now. So this is the minor versions for Steam clients. So fix grass not populating when moving through the world quickly. I definitely saw this in my Meguana video, as you guys may have seen. Fix survivor mates sometimes not playing an animation during repair. Tech bridge can no longer be placed on dino platforms. Fix stalls that occurred when using the map. Made treasure chests and hoard crate more difficult to destroy. Archelon fixed the inability to use the multi-wheel to change stances. Adjusted the dermis poses for multiple dinos. Fixed a slight difference in the frontier quarter roof compared to the other pieces. Portable rope ladder can no longer be placed on zeppelins or near enemy structures. Fixed issue where the Shastasaurus saddle would block turret line of sight, and the train track benches now have the collision. Let's get on with the rest. Right, so this is for all platforms. I'm on the PlayStation for a certain reason, but the tech bridge can no longer be placed on dino platforms or attached structures. Dragon horde crate and treasure chest health has been increased from 100 to 1000 HP, and structure is now set to stone tier to prevent wild dinos from destroying it. The portable rope ladder can no longer, can no longer be placed on zeppelins or near enemy structures. Fixed issue where Shastasaurus. Oh right, okay. So they've done some stuff just for Steam. Okay, I get it. Right, just for Steam. So the biggest one that we have all been waiting for, PlayStation minor version. Doesn't feel like a minor version for PlayStation clients. Increased mod storage size by 10 gigabytes from 20 gigabytes to 30 gigabytes. Now, I talked about this in my other video because, I mean, I thought it was 30 already, and Xbox have had an extra 10 on top of what they had previously had, and so PlayStation is behind, if I'm correct, the other platforms. Now obviously Steam, you know, is a different scenario, but when it comes to the consoles, PlayStation's been behind. Now Studio Wildcard haven't gone in depth to what they've actually changed, and because they said they had to do a custom solution to enable this to happen. Now what does worry me for the future of the mod storage size for PlayStation is what kind of custom solution are they going to have to do to keep building. Has this custom solution made it so they will be able to get more mod storage as time goes on in the future, or are they going to have to really try to change things for that to happen? I would love to know the reasoning behind it. I'm sure it's something to do with Sony, I don't know, but because the only reason I say this, right, is because ASA is getting bigger, ASA is getting more maps, and of course when you get the base download, that's okay. With the mod storage, the modded maps are getting bigger too, and they take up a lot of space. So if you're playing on a cluster, if you're playing on the LoadedCrysis cluster, we don't obviously have to, we don't throw out the biggest mods of all time. It's more quality of life stuff. But when it comes to, like, if we want to add a modded map that might be a lot of gigabytes, but you also have a single player, it gets a little bit harder there, which makes it a little bit easier now that they have 30 gig. But how is this going to happen in the near future? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Right, so a lot of you guys caught me out. I was wrong. I said, let's do a little game, and I will say which I think won't come or will Wildcard hit the certain dates. And do you know what? Here I just have to give them a massive clap. A massive round of applause. Just do it. Because I said out of all the updates that are happening, right? So the Helicopterion is August 20th. The official Ragnarok transfers are 15th of August. And they also said that the PlayStation or PS5 mod storage was aiming to roll out next week. I said I had a feeling that out of all of those, we were going to do a little vote, and that was going to be delayed. And I was wrong. And I love it. I want Wildcard to prove me wrong more than often. Because, you know, we love to see it in the ARK community. If Wildcard hit dates, or even earlier, it is one of the most amazing feelings. Because, you know, as an ARK player, you know, you can't disagree that whenever we're told something, you get excited. Like, let's say it's a new map and you see a trailer or whatever. I mean, whenever we see trailers nowadays, it tends to be launch trailers. They don't do announcement trailers anymore, probably because if they do announcement trailers, they might not be able to hit the dates. But you know, you get excited, but you think, right, that could add on an extra couple of days, or that could an extra week or something. But when you actually get it on time or before, you're like, what is going on right now? And I saw so many of you guys say PlayStation just had an update, what is it? And I was excited to bring you guys this video today. Now, as for the character transfer issue update, there's not really been a change on this. They said they're currently working on an issue related to character transfers whilst a build template is active. So they said to help mitigate the impact, we've taken the following steps. So they disabled the auto decay timers for official structures and creatures, etc. They prevented transfers if you have an active template, and actively working on a fix for characters that cannot be downloaded with high priority. We appreciate your patience, and we will share updates as we progress on a resolution. Now, one of the things a lot of people say to me these days is, Dom, will Wildcard ever release a patch that doesn't cause issues? And my honest answer to this is, I don't think so. Like, I mean, as you know, you guys know, you would have seen me as a kid. I know I haven't always done FaceTime, but you know, I've reported on these sort of issues on a regular basis, and this is kind of, you know, if you're a new player, this is kind of what the usual is. If I give my overall sort of feeling on how things have been on ASA, I will actually say that there has been definitely progress on the issues we used to have on ASE. There has been. At the start of ASA, it was a bit of a shambles. I don't think they really realized how much of a shambles it was when they released it, and they were like, there's one map, and they didn't release anything new for 6 months. Like, that was generally a massive mishap. Like, I don't know what happened there. I think they just realized they were going to make loads of money on launch, and I don't think they really thought about what was going to happen after that. I mean, it still blows my mind that it was 6 months until we got a new map on a remaster, which was just, yeah, really wrong. But yeah, so that side of things is kind of normal, but you know, I just bring you guys the updates as and when I can. Now, finally, I just wanted to end this video on a massive topic that a lot of you guys have mentioned. I mentioned it in a past video, but I've obviously seen more comments and tweets and stuff like that afterwards about the ASA Ragnarok Hall of Fame. Now, yes, we didn't make it, which is, of course, something you have to, like, sort of take on the chin. Something that you're, you know, of course I'm upset about. I'm not going to be like, oh, why have Wildcard not put me on the list or anything like that. Things like that I don't ever moan about, you know. It's one of those things that it would have been amazing to see it, but I'm overly just, like, I went through it and I was like, of course I was upset not to see my name there, but I was like, so glad to see so many amazing creators on there, and this isn't any like kind of like PR thing or anything that I'm saying. Like, I generally was so happy to see so many creators, and ever since it got updated and there was more names added on there, of course I went and had a look to see if any chance Wildcard would have done it, but they didn't, and that's fair enough. And of course, you know, I had some great relations with many ARK devs out there, and you know, I've said it in my past video, you know, do I feel like I deserve to have a place on there? I feel like I do. I feel like I do, and as I said, I don't believe everything that I have done in my sort of career of doing ARK YouTube, I don't believe that deserved it, not at all. And that kind of thing. But I do feel like there's been a lot of videos that I kind of did in the community, you know, to help people out, and you know, many news videos, a lot of comments that and stuff that have been amazing, to just to help people out over time. So this isn't me being like, you know, look what I done, I deserve to be on the wall again. Like, it's not that. And of course, I don't want the comments saying, you know, Dom, you're so upset, because I am. Of course I want to be on that list, but at the same time, it's just, it's one of those things where if you're not favoured in that position, you just have to, I don't know, bite it, just to accept it and move on, and that is what it is. And of course, I would have loved to have been there. And that's what you'll always get with me on my channel, you know, is just pure honesty. And I just say congratulations to everyone that made it onto that list. And, you know, I've had some amazing opportunities with YouTube. You guys know I've been at the Game Awards and stuff, so I don't feel that upset about things, you know. So I'm glad that I've had those opportunities, but of course I would have loved to have that opportunity to be there with Studio Wildcard, because I, you know, as much as I have been like, Wildcard, you got to sort this stuff out, I've supported the game in massive ways, really helped it out, and I really believe I have, even though I do moan. And by the way, the moaning didn't even really kickstart until ASA. I don't think I was that much of a moaner before. But anyway, that's my final say on it, guys. I just thought I'd add something in at the end of this video just so I could cover that topic. So yeah, of course I'm upset that I didn't make it there, but of course, just gotta keep going, gotta keep moving, and hopefully maybe one day we'll see that happen. Anyway, love you guys, see you later.